YouTube land. Thanks for being with us. We're grateful to have you here. We're grateful to share this time with you. Today, we're talking about hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Last week, we talked about the power of words, and this week, we're going to talk about the power of listening and the power of what we choose to hear. So thank you for being with us. Go out there to our website, www.unityofflagstaff.org. You can donate there. You can find out what's going on in the community. We appreciate your ongoing support, my friends. Namaste. Hear ye, hear ye. Emerson's here. Good morning. Ooh, this is hot. All right, good morning. Welcome to Unity of Flagstaff. As you are comfortable, please stand. And look who's in the house, Mr. Wiley Beveridge. How about it? Yeah, you guys recognize this song. Here we go. And you have the what? Oh, okay. I don't have to tap dance. I don't tap dance on demand. I will tap dance, but not on demand. So, how many people are here to let their light shine today? No, come on now. How many people are here to let your light shine today? There we go. Welcome to Unity of Flagstaff. We ready, buddy? Okay. Oh, yeah. This is what I'm talking about. Now, you get the privilege of me leading you. We'll see how this goes, right? You say when I start. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it. No, stop. He says stop. Okay.
Here's the note. This
little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. this little light of mine. Ooh, that's low. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Here we go. All around the neighborhood, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the neighborhood, I'm gonna let it shine. All around the neighborhood, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Here we go. Hide it under a bushel. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Here we go. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, here we go. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Let it shine.
Let it shine, let it shine.
Let it shine.
Let it shine, let it shine. Woo! And say good morning.
Morning, hi. Thanks. Good to see you.
All right, Unity of Flagstaff, our talking time is done. It's time to listen. Let's find our chairs. Welcome to Unity of Flagstaff. What a wonderful day. What a wonderful day. What a wonderful day. Welcome here to Unity of Flagstaff. We appreciate all the new faces today. And if you have any If you're a visitor here, we have little greeting packets out in the front with information about the church. And we'd love to sit down and have coffee, chat with you a bit, get to know you more. And so let us know. And we are a group that supports affirmative prayer. There are different ways you can participate. Prayer partners, raise your hand today. We have prayer partners in the room. You can find them after service and have a moment to pray with them. You can call 1-800-NOW-PRAY. Keep it on speed dial. Pretend you're Penny. Number 1. Prayer box located near the door. And you can always contact us here at the center. Local number is 928-526-8893. You'll either reach myself or Selena, depending on the day of the week. All right, our opening prayer is actually not Selena this morning. It is the lovely Shar Snipes. Come on up. So, I'm going to take a moment here. Shar helped us to get this microphone. It was a wish list item, and we spent some time researching because we didn't want to get a subpar mic. So we have this beautiful new mic. Sounds great. Look, no static interference from electronics. Yeah. Yeah, you can. Yeah. So, anyways, I'll hand it over to Shar for opening prayer.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. It's nice to see everyone this morning. It's good to be here. So let's just take a moment to center ourselves. And let's breathe in peace and calm. And let's release all that no longer serves us. And let's do that again. Breathe in peace and calm. And release all that no longer serves us. Divine Spirit of love and oneness, in our collective consciousness, we open our hearts to the infinite presence of your grace, new awareness, and new understanding. With each breath, we allow the flow of divine wisdom, trusting that all is unfolding in perfect harmony. We affirm divine order and know we are exactly where we are meant to be. We see the divine in each of us and each other always, and affirm in this moment we are whole. We are thankful for opportunities and growth and focus on the beauty of life's unfolding journey. We celebrate our divine nature of joy, peace, and love. We listen with compassion. We are blessed and we are grateful, and so we let it be.
Thank you, Char. All right, now I'm going to introduce our PA today. Don't let her last name fool you. She lives on a teacher's salary. It's Carolyn Rich. She's a teacher, minister search committee member, a wanderer, and our dear friend.
Thank you, Sean. All right, as is recommended in life, let's start with our gratitudes, prayer requests, and celebrations. We collectively affirm with you that those you pray for and celebrate, that the presence of the good is in all things, and it is one power. We know with you that God, the universe, or spirit, whatever you want to call it, knows the details. Would anyone like to share a gratitude, prayer request, or celebration?
I just want to take a moment and celebration of my son who just graduated high school on Friday.
Woohoo! Oh, do you guys remember that? Graduating from, that's so cool. We do really remember that. I know we look really old to you, but we do remember, and we are celebrating. You know what the coolest thing is? It feels like you're finishing something. And the truth is, you're just getting started. And we are here to support you in that. Yeehaw! Congratulations. Yeehaw, right? All right. Who else?
Good morning. I have a gratitude that's also a prayer request, please. My friend, her dad, just had 3 surgeries in 10 days, and I'm grateful for the surgical team for removing the cancer from his body, and our prayer request is continued healing for him.
Wow. That's pretty big, isn't it? You feel that? Whew. Take that in for a moment. Yeah. We are celebrating the healing that is happening right now. We are grateful for the knowing in the hands and the work of those that support him. And we see continued healing. We also see peace. We rest into peace for him and all those impacted. We know this to be true, and we're affirming it now. And so it is. Yeah.
Good morning. I have a prayer request. My son has been having terrific back problem due to an accident he had several years ago. And they're going to start giving him a series of shots. And if it works, he does not need surgery. So we got our fingers crossed that this will work. So all the prayers will be appreciated.
And so, Laura, we are pulling him into this consciousness and this awareness, and we are affirming when it works, as it's working now. We are seeing through the illusion of anything that separates him from his perfect expression of health. And we affirm with him his knowing around that and his connection to it. And we also see Mama at peace. Yes.
I would just like to honor all the veterans in this country who have served our country so we can afford the freedom that we have today.
Yeah. You know, Mike, I was so hoping you were going to be here today because I said, I want to take a moment of quiet in memory of. And I knew that if you were here, you would bring that to the forefront of our consciousness. And we appreciate everything that you represent in that, alongside the open heart and loving kindness that you are. And we do take a moment right now for all those that serve, and when I say all that have served in whatever capacity in a conflict across our planet, all that have given the great sacrifice of this life as we know it. We rest just for a moment. Rest with me in that place of gratitude. And we give thanks, and so it is. Thank you.
Charlotte and I are grateful for the help that members of this community, including Penni, gave us as we sold the home that we had lived in for 19 years and moved into an apartment. So The help was much appreciated.
Yay for this community, right? And Bob and Charlotta, we know that this new leg of your adventure is waiting for you, opening the way to just greater connection, easier way. And we are honored to stand with you in it. I just don't know what else we are as a community if we're not that. So we are grateful to have the opportunity to express that into the world. Thank you.
I have a gratitude. I've been involved with this unity for at least 30 years. And
We have a gratitude.
and I pop in. I was a music director here for quite a while. And I just want to say that it's such a family here because I pop in every once in a while, and every time I come, it's home. And I just want to, it truly is a family here. And I just want to thank you all for that feeling of heart. I love that picture because that's what it is. It's a feeling of home and of heart and of family. So thank you all.
Yay. Thank you. And we love it when you pop in. We do, bringing your light and your gift of just you. Thank you for that. It's cool to hear that, isn't it? I've been a part of this community for 30 years, right? Yeah. And we know that you started when you were 12. We appreciate you, Deb.
I have a gratitude that my young cat is now over 2 years old, has finally starting to show that he has a divine kitty self. At times it's not, but he's getting better. And my old cat is very grateful too. I also have a prayer request for a very dear old friend of mine, Evelyn Eads, who has had some health problems, and it now appears that she is struggling with living by herself on her own and is resistant, I think, to making changes or afraid or something. But prayers for her to get the help she needs and figure it out.
Yeah, we're celebrating that kitty too, because boy, there were some stories about that kitty.
There's still stories.
There's still stories. Yeah. Now remind me your friend's name again. Evelyn. We feel that, don't we? Where life starts to change, big changes, right? Like zip codes out of the country changes, right? Like, wow, we're leaving a home of 17 years, changes. Those are big things. Graduation, big changes. All infused with a different sense. However, all held in light. All changes. So we are affirming with Evelyn that she is safe and she is loved. And she is one with all that is. All the possibilities of easy transition and change in her life. All the possibilities of less fear and separation. And we are affirming that with her. We see that for her, and we'll remember when she can't. And we are grateful for you, Betsy, knowing the power of prayer and bringing it here for that. We celebrate that.
Thank you.
Thank you. They finally gave you a mic, Hayden. I think they were worried about what you were going to say.
Yeah. It's all right. I needed a lesson in patience, apparently. I have a couple celebrations and gratitudes. One, our oldest Declan just graduated from 8th grade and is on to high school.
Whoa! Yikes! Yeah, I know. Ooh, yikes.
Yeah. And I just finished our first week of our mass exodus at my work of 399 knuckleheads going off into some other part of NAU and not on my property.
And we're celebrating.
The celebration with that is not only that they're off on their own, is that we broke some records with this turn. We had initially 10 days to do it. We did 80 beds in 5 days and finished all 399. And so we're, like, company-wide, we are breaking records of properties that have been running for 10, 15 years. So.
And I'm sorry, who's the project manager in that?
I had a lot of help. And right smack in the middle of it, one of my buddies who works with me, his girlfriend called, and we've been waiting on an answer for she's been dealing with cancer the last 2 years. There it is. Been dealing with cancer the last 2 years. She is cancer-free as of last Friday. So, celebrating that.
Yes, we are. So I want to go back to that project management thing. I'll guarantee you, Hayden, they would forget that you had help if it hadn't gone so well. I was in that business for 20 years. So, yes, it takes a lot of help. I got to tell you, a lot of people tell me how wonderful Sunday morning is. Yeah, well, it's not just me doing that. It's not just you doing that. But I love this quote from Dawn DeFord. The fish rots from the head. So when it succeeds, that fish should take some credit. We celebrate you. We celebrate you. And wow, great news. Yes? God is good, but only all the time. All the time. So we see continued health, and we affirm with her that she knows what it is to stand in alignment with her greatest expression of health. We see it now, and we see it possible for all those that seek healing. And so it is. Yes. Thank you.
I'm going to be grateful for the person that helps me find my tan canvas purse with the black strap.
Nothing is lost in the universe, it's only misplaced, right? So, tan purse, black strap, how big? About that big. Where was the last place you saw it? Well, I mean, was it today, like in this space? Okay. No, it was in the airport in Japan. 10 years ago. What?
This reminds me, I had a bag that I left in a bathroom in Japan, and 6 hours later, it was still there.
Oh.
So, anyway.
Celebrate that, right? So I'll guarantee you that purse is here somewhere, and it is now found. Is that it? So I just want to get this on YouTube. We perform miracles here. Emphasis on we. Ta-da! 6 hours, a bag was sitting and no one touched it. That's something to celebrate. Round of applause for humankind. Thank you very much. Oh, she's got something else to say, Sue.
Japanese humankind.
Japanese humankind. And we are all one. Yes. Yes. All right, anyone else? Big deep breath. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing. Miss Carolyn, it's all yours.
We are grateful for the power of prayer and the good news spoken. And so it is, and so we let it be. And now for our unity principle of the day. You may say it with me. Thoughts have creative power to determine events and attract experiences.
Short version, thoughts become things.
Well, over the past several years, I've spent a lot of my time working with and reflecting on speech and listening as part of my job and my passion. The Sufi mystic Rumi says, "We listen to words so we can silently reach in to the other." Words and language are forms, like many other aspects of the manifest world. But these forms, when combined with the movement of breath and the sounds of the individual human voice, these forms can speak revelations of divine expression. Despite how much we use and abuse certain words, language still serves us, still offers a way for divine expression to flow beautifully and clearly into the world. But there's a catch here. Sometimes the divine expression living in the spoken word falls on deaf ears. And I'm not talking about those who are hard of hearing. Listening can be a lot like sight. I can use my eyes to quickly scan the room, or I can open my eyes to look deeply into yours. Rumi also says, every spoken word is a covering for the inner self. Even if what is said sounds trivial or wrong, the true listener hears the source. We just ended the school year on Friday, and this past school year, like every other year of teaching, has invited me to grow into this type of deep listening. And when a child is screaming in my face or sulking in silence, I often hear the inner self of that child asking, what can I hope for in this world? Can I hope to be seen? Can I hope for someone to listen to me with an open heart and no agenda? And that is not an easy task, and that's not always what happens in the world. But I wonder, what can someone hope for when we are listening to them? What divine expression can we invite through our listening?
I'm thinking guest speaker. What do you think? No, seriously, right? Yeah, so just take a deep breath. Wiley is going to lead us without the apron. I thought that was kind of cute. But so we're going to start into meditation. If somebody would be kind enough to get the lights, I'd appreciate that. Wiley's going to play a little music, and then I'll do a little talking. So, Carolyn, thank you. Just take that into this quiet time. Yeah. Notice what you're hearing. Go ahead and, did you want, no? You're not going to play any music for me?
It's on the screen.
Oh, okay.
My voice is shut.
Okay.
You are welcome here. You So open your heart and listen. So open your heart and listen. You are welcome here. 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 So open your heart and listen. So open your heart and listen. You are welcome here. 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 So open your heart and listen. So open your heart and listen. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. You are welcome. You are welcome. Welcome here. Welcome. You are 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 welcome here. You
Feel the presence. Notice where you are. Feel the chair, feet on the floor. Opening. Spirit says, you are welcome here. All the moments, all the planning, all the doing, just lay it down for a moment. Feel the welcome of Spirit. Hear the voice of knowing that echoes through as your expression. You are welcome here. Bring all your foibles, all your regrets, your sadness, the things that disconnect you from remembering. They are welcome too. And open your heart one notch wider to welcome them in, to know the presence and to feel a healing. Welcome them in. The depth of who you are waits for the transformation. Calls you to a higher knowing, a greater and deeper listening, and an expanded understanding. You are welcome here. And as we transform these things, as we heal not only for ourselves, but all of humankind. We know not only for ourselves, but we know for all of humankind. We hold this moment, sending that out, that every heart may be touched, every mind might be quieted to hear the welcome. You are welcome here. Rest in that for just a moment. And so it is. And so we let it be. Thank you. All right. All is well. That's it. We're going to dock your pay. Right? That's what I tell all my volunteers. Right? Do you feel welcome here? I like the way Spirit reminds me I might be done. Just like that. Maybe that's enough. Maybe I've said just enough. Usually too much. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Children of the divine, we gather today in sacred awareness, not just to speak, but to listen. Well, you anyway. Last week we talked about words and the power of words. And I kind of riffed off of that quote by St. Francis. Teach the gospel at all times, and if necessary, use words. We explored the profound power of our words. We've done that before. How they shape our reality. How they carry energy and intention. But words alone don't change or transform the world. It's how we hear them is 50% of the formula. How we hear them. Carolyn reminded us so beautifully that falls on us. That power and that responsibility of what we hear is ours to do. Labels and definitions and associations, they form the framework from which we navigate the world. We've given meaning to things with symbols and words. Words shape our perception. They create and they are catalysts for experience. They shape our perception. And they either expand or they limit our understanding. Words do. But that was last week. And if you want to see that, go out on YouTube. You can get all of our previous messages at youtube.unityofflagstaff.org. Right? We were blessed by Marilyn's poem, the title being, Speak Your Life into Existence, You Do Anyway, You Know. She said, speak your fears into trembling, speak your anger into avenging, speak your bias into prejudice. Listen was another part of the poem, to your words, to your tone. Listen to your condemnations. Listen to your righteous indignation, Penny. That wasn't in there. Listen to the world you speak. Speak the world you want to live in. Speak wonders. Speak miracles. Speak amazement. Speak curiosity. Speak discovery. Speak the world of possibilities. I'm in. So it only seemed appropriate this week, since we talked about speaking so much last week, that we talk about listening. Did you know that only about half of what you hear in a conversation, and this is even like you have the conversation and the person walks away, do you realize that it's less than half of that conversation that you remember? So don't feel so bad when you say, what did they say? What was their name? Right? Anybody? No, don't raise your hand. There was a study done by this group called Kessel's in 2003, and they found that 40 to 80% of information that is given verbally in clinical settings, 40 up to 80, that's it, is forgotten before you leave the office. Did you ever see that three-headed medical guy that's giving you words, just shooting words out? They had three heads, I swear, right? What did he say? Anybody ever have that experience in the doctor's office? I don't know. I had that experience at the library. What did she say? Because I knew already what she was going to say, and I already knew how to do it. I'm sure that's unique to me. You know, listening is an active process. What we hear is not necessarily what we retain or we understand. Today, the invitation is this: to listen up. Listen up. Listen up and start paying attention to the listener role. Listen up and discover together. That's what we're going to look how to do today. Today, the invitation is not just listening to the words, but to listen up, to level up your listening. Listen up. The call to a higher understanding, a higher consciousness, a greater awareness. Listen up. It's not just words, but it's the deeper wisdom that you're being invited into and the meaning behind that. Listen up. Start taking the listener's role more seriously, I say, as I belt out hundreds of words through the microphone. I mean, it is ironic. You can laugh. Listening is not passive. I love this description. Listening is an act of spiritual engagement. Whoa! That is not what happened at the oil change place. I was not spiritually engaging those gentlemen. They might not have been listening to me. Choosing what to absorb, what to release, how to align with divine truth. Now we're actively listening. And when we're hearing what the words are not saying, when we're hearing without attachment, just those verbal words, and we stop attaching our stories to them. Now we can listen compassionately. now. I have a question for you the next time somebody's standing there and they're talking to you, and let's just pretend they're saying something that you might not agree with. Ever happen? Or let's just turn on the radio. Let's do that. And let's start listening. I invite you to ask this question. Are you truly hearing from a space of love, wisdom, and divine presence? Are you filtering what you're hearing through fear and doubt and sadness and old stories? This is why our release work is so important, but that's a different Sunday. Those stories and all the charge that comes with them, they make me almost deaf. How do we cultivate active listening? Okay, here's a few suggestions. Silence, meditation, compassionate dialogue, discernment. You know, my mom had this funny little saying. I have really been quoting her a lot lately. Have you noticed that? That's really new for me. That's really a clearing. That's a big healing for me. Anyway, and I thank you guys for being part of that. So she used to say this. She used to say, "You're not listening right." You're not listening right. You know, at 6 or 7, 8, 9, that really did, 10, 11, 12, up to about 45, that made no sense to me. You're not listening right? How could I listen wrong? But you know what? I'm doing this talk today, so I guess it's actually 65, not 45. I got this. I'm doing this talk. I'm working on this message for today. And all of a sudden I thought, hey, she might have been on to something. Maybe I'm not listening right. Maybe I need to listen up. Maybe I need to level up what I'm hearing. I know it sounds like noise. I know it's another order. I know it's another disappointment. I know it's another firing. I know what the price of eggs are. But am I listening up when I hear that news? Or am I just taking the words, blending it with a few stories I have, throw in a little disappointment, throw in a little bit, I told you so, right? And what do I hear? Noise, 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 noise. And who's driving the bus? Who's driving the noise bus? Me. I'm driving the noise bus. Put the brakes on. Listen up. Level up your listening. You know, this might be difficult for folks that are not as spiritually mature as you. So I'm really sorry to all of you out there that aren't nearly as mature spiritually as I am, because I always listen with ears of love. I always hear the highest and best. I do when I'm listening to you and want to give you advice. Come on now. We all do it. We take ourselves down the drain. We are listening incorrectly. We're not listening right. If what we're hearing separates us from our divine nature, we're not listening right. When we feel revenge and anger and fear, we're not listening right. When we cannot see through and hear in the voice of that person that's in the 15 items or less lane, complaining to the cashier, we're not listening right when we just see them as an irritant or hear them as an irritant. Listen up. They're afraid. They're sad. They feel duped. I don't know. Not mine to make up, but the words I'm hearing. The point is, the words I'm hearing is not what they're saying. The child in the classroom that says, How can I have hope? Can I see hope? Can you show me hope? Can I hear hope? Those are some pretty big words. Those are big words to hear. Listen up. And what you will hear is, I know that there is hope or I wouldn't be asking for it. I'm looking to you to hear that. I'm looking for you to use those powerful words that we talked about last week to remind me. I am hope. I am light. I am love. Listen up. It's right there. Hear it. I offer you this thought. Just like Carolyn said, we hear with our eyes. I actually wrote that in my message. That was so cool. We hear with our eyes as well as our ears, as well as our hearts. This is the invitation. Can you hear the fear behind what's being said? Can you move to the divine nature of who you are so that you will hear through that filter? You will have a different conversation no matter how much they disagree with you. You will have a different conversation no matter how disappointed you might be. You'll have a different conversation. Can you hear? This is about reaching into our own compassion and our own empathy, and then taking the call of action that moves us to. But we can't do that if we're not listening right. We have to level up. Now, I'm not talking about la, 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 everything's great in the world. That's not, don't hear me say that. I didn't say that. Because the world is out there happening. The world is in here happening. I'm not saying ignore. I'm saying level up your listening so that you can hear through, so that you can bring the silence into your thoughts. My mom used to accuse my dad. There I go again. I'm quoting her again. My mom used to accuse my dad of selective hearing. You ever heard of that? Right? He could only hear what he wanted to hear. No, 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 sit in the chair. No, 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 good job. No, 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 thank you. Yeah. Sometimes the environment demands that of us, doesn't it? To transform those words that we're hearing. And it's up to me to quiet the sound bites. It's up to me. You are 100% responsible for what you say, and I am 100% responsible for what I hear. You are 100% responsible for what you say, and I am 100% responsible for what I hear. And that's not unique to me. That's really for all of us. You know, and I'm not saying to sit in the quiet and just be in your yoga pose, your easy yoga pose, and the whole world will go away. And we can do that in meditation where we escape and we go inside deeply and we listen. But we are expected to listen on the outside of that also. We don't get to sit in that pose all day long, do we? And then we are asked to hear through the divine ears that we are given. And then we activate the truth that we know. We live the truth that we are, Unity Principle tells us. It's in this listening, it's this compassion. This is where I find myself moving toward the next right thing to do when I start from a place of leveling up what I'm willing to hear. There are all kinds of great ways to do this. There's the Gestalt awareness. This is really cool. The Gestalt psychology emphasizes the wholeness of perception, and it shows how our minds organize these experiences. It's really a great discovery. You should just gestalt. Go out and look at it. This is an old thing. This is not brand new. Okay. And then, of course, we have meditation and prayer. Thank you, Unity Principles. We appreciate that. We have those tools. And to deeply listen. You know, my friend Kathy has this great saying. She says, I'm sorry, Penny. I mean, not that she'd ever have to use this on me. That's just an example. I'm sorry, Penny. Are you listening to me? Or are you preparing your response? Hey, Spirit, I need help. I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it. I'm going to tell you exactly what I need. I'm going to come in with a predisposed idea, and I'm going to ask for help, but I'm not going to listen. I'm going to tell you how this is going to go. Anybody? Good, I'm not alone. Listen, same letters as the word silent. Stephen Covey said this, most people do not listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply. Not only in my conversations, but with you, but also my conversations with Spirit. I do it. I do it. Or how about this one? I'm listening with expectation. I am listening from a place of I know exactly what you're going to say. I am listening from a place I already know. I am listening from a place of expectation that you're going to say this. How many arguments in your own head have you had? And I said, and then he'll say, and then I'll say, and then he'll say, and then I'll say it. Anybody? Come on now, I'm not alone on that. Yeah, look at that. This brave young man raises his hand. Round of applause. I love that kind of self-awareness. How many? How many a day? For me, it's about 5 arguments a day. I don't know about you. Right? Right? This is the thing, listening with expectation. How about we listen from a place of expectancy? Expectation is something's going to happen. Expectancy is something's going to happen. What if we listened from that place of connection where we could feel the depth of what is being said instead of the words? St. Francis said, use words if you must. And set a clear intention when you begin to speak and when you begin to listen. Set the intention, I will hear this information and it will bless me. I will hear this. I will hear your pain. I will hear your distrust and your disconnect. And my soul will answer by listening from a place of love, from a place of hope, from a place of connection. I will hear from here. Hear ye, hear ye. I will hear from here. Check this out. Thank you, Robbie, for making this happen. And when I change the surface that I hit it on, it sounds differently. And when I attune to the voice of Spirit and the divine nature of who I am, I will always be in harmony. I will always hear it right. I will always hear beyond the words. And I will ask the question, can I hear this differently if I feel a separation? What would the world sound like if we heard from love? What would it sound like? I'm going to invite you into a moment of quiet. Wiley's going to take us into some quiet music. Can somebody get the lights for me? Settle in. When we choose to listen from a place of love, of hope, and we level up our listening, we have the opportunity to be compassionate, to hear with our hearts, rest, and hear. The question is not, are you listening? The question is, from where are you listening? Let's listen from hope. Let's listen from light. Let's listen from the divine truth of who we are. Let's remove the filters of hurt and distraction. Let's level up. Where is the end of hearing, seeing, and knowing? Joe Goldsmith asked us. Where is the end? I invite you into our oneness as we listen together. We hear with love, and we act with love, and we speak with love. The next time you get to listen, the honor of listening with someone, remember your creed to listen compassionately, lovingly, and completely. Now, in this listening, you express the divine nature of who you are. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Thank you, Wiley Beveridge, for being with us. Thank you. Round of applause. Wiley is allowing his vocal cords to rest as they heal. That's what's happening right now. But we have technology, and we know how to do this. Stand, if you will, as we sing this song, written by Jim Rosemargie, correct?
Our God is
one of Unity's favorites. Please turn it up. Here we go.
Our religion is oneness. That's the creed of the heart. Our God is love. Our race is human. Our religion is oneness. Amen. Our God is love. Our race is human. Our religion is oneness. That's the creed of the heart. Our God is love. Our race is human. Our religion is oneness. Amen. Our God is love. Our race is human. Our religion is oneness. That's the creed of the heart. Our God is love. Our race is human. Our religion is oneness. Amen.
Thank you, God. And so it is. You can sit down now because we're going to prepare for our celebration of abundance. And that means this is the great passing of the torch. Here he comes. Sean is going to invite us into our celebration of abundance. All right, my friends, thank you again for being here today.
All right, today's board basket blesser is Betsy. She's back again. Round of applause. All right, let's bring our baskets forward. Come stand up here. We're all friends. Here you go, Betsy.
Just shuffle things around a little. We are abundance. We listen with our giving hearts. We give from our sinful spirit. We are abundance. Thank you, Spirit.
All right. Go ahead and go on out, guys.
Go get it.
Oops. This one's you too.
Oh, this one's me too.
Yeah.
Our board consciousness is to listen up. We claim listening in our lives, in this community and in the world.
Thank you. All right, I'm here to remind you ways to give. We're mixing it up this week. You've already been participating in abundance giving. We take all checks, cash. I'll take some IOUs. And hey, you know, I hear pennies are going out of style, both our minister and the coin, but I'll take them. You can send in fee-free Zelle payments to unityoflagstaff1@gmail.com. You can mail your gifts in and sponsor our next staff meeting. We're sending them to P.O. Box 1740, Flagstaff, Arizona 86002. And just a reminder, bonus opportunity, you can talk to me about legacy giving outside of service, and we can set up an appointment to do that. As always, thank you for supporting our community here at Unity of Flagstaff. And thank you to today's music sponsor, Susan Eastman and family. If you'd love to support this community too in this way by sponsoring musicians, check out the sign-up board in the foyer. All right, I'm going to invite up Selena.
Yes, we need more dumpster divers. Saturday, my husband Tom is going to lead the group to do the highway cleanup. Michael's going to come help us. But we need volunteers. We still haven't had any volunteers sign up, so please sign up there on the roster. Okay. Who has the clicker? And also, we have community dinners that we'd like to get started. So we're still looking for volunteers to host the dinners. But know that this doesn't mean you're going to be cooking for 6 to 8 people every few weeks. This means you're hosting, and then people are bringing dishes to your house. You will contribute something, but that doesn't mean the onus is all on you. And then people also take turns and go to meet at other houses. So we just need volunteers to get these started.
One thing I'd like you guys to notice is we did change the title from Dinners to 6 for 8 to Community Dinners. And you notice what's in community? Unity. That's us. Father's Day pictures. Father's Day is coming up. We want to make another beautiful montage. Send me your stuff. I did, and that is not me. But if I had a daughter, I would gladly play Snow White. Just a reminder, I'll be taking those until June 8th at 3 p.m. Just send them to my email office at unityofflagstaff.org. We'll get them included. And I don't know, Dixie, if you send me one of your dad, we might just leave it out, just for fun. All right. for the wish list and needs boards, there's different ways you can support this community. So sure, we have big ticket items like sponsoring the new minister, but we also have smaller needs. So be sure and check that out. You know, we have the needs board over there. We have the wish list in the hallway. I'm gonna actually spend some time prettying that up this week. So next week in particular, check it out. All right, and music sponsorship. We love live musicians, don't we? Round of applause for Wiley. Even though he can't hardly speak today, we still love him. So anyways, I need some folks to sign up to sponsor live music in June or in July. Check out the board in the foyer. All right, let's bring forward the baskets, please.
Yay, Emerson! Thank you, basket people. Thank you for this bounty. Thank you for this community. Thank you for the good we do and will do. We are listening. So it is. Yay.
All right, we're going to have a reprise of This Little Light of Mine. Come on, Penny, let's lead the group.
Are you going to do it? No. Here we go.
This
Here we
little
go.
light of mine.
Here we go. And together we say, the light of God surrounds us. Claim the light. The love of God enfolds us. Claim the love. The power of God protects us. Claim the power. The presence of God watches over us. Claim the presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Create an amazing week, my friends.